We're in another dream.
Did we opt to not go home?
No, we got driven home, and now this is a dream. What are we, in a Stephen King novel? Are we in friggin' Maine?
We in fuck, what was that one book called? The Girl Who Loved Steve Gordon?
Part 3, The Long Fall. Part 2 is done, everybody. Weird Autumn is done. Now it's The Long Fall.
Stephen King wrote a book called The Girl Who Loved Someone. It was a baseball player. I don't know if Steve Gordon is correct. The Girl Who Loved whoever that person was. It's about a girl who gets lost in the forest, and the only entertainment, I guess, she has is a Walkman that has a radio connection to a baseball broadcast, and that's how she keeps up with her favorite idols, Steve Gordon or whoever it was. And eventually she dies out in the forest. Oh no, I think actually she gets found by someone at the end, and she's brought into a hospital, but her condition is so poor that she dies in the hospital. Either way, she dies.
So I thought that was kind of on the nose that the Bright Harbor Gazette's article was, "Is Autumn secretly killing you?"
I'm pretty sure Angus does not give a fuck.
Brand practice today. Oh god, another song. I fucked up the first one.
No, Tadya. Band practice
Tadya.
Tadya.
You're the only one who gets me, Sharkle.
I'm a little more concerned with this murder mystery now.
We found a severed arm, and now some thing kidnapped a kid.
Now we witnessed an abduction.
That's gotta fuck it up. That's gotta be fucked up.
And the only cop that we regularly speak with won't believe us. Is the option to go to a different cop?
Well, I haven't found out yet.
Is the option to report it anonymously? That's actually got to be like nightmarish, I guess. You witness something like groundbreakingly important, something like a person's life could be at stake here. You might find another severed arm later, and the only people that can do something about it won't listen to you. It's almost word for word. Well, yeah, actually, it's almost word for word the story of the boy who cried wolf.
So I opened up my notebook on a whim here, because, you know, this is what made Drew.
Alright. I wonder what the one on the right is.
Is this supposed to be like the face of the thing that she saw? I mean, was this drawn on a fever dream kind of state?
Maybe she didn't draw them.
Oh, that'd just be spooky.
Dun dun!
You're just like the same every day?
It was Halloween.
What is your bird existence like?
You know, I often think about that when it comes to my cat. I love my cat, by the way. And I just think to myself, what is her everyday experience like? What does she think about?
She thinks about food and belly rubs.
She thinks about taking a shit. Where she's gonna take a shit.
How am I gonna bother my pet human today?
I let my cat out, and then she poops outside, and I don't know where she does it. I have a good idea where she does it, but it's not a place that I can usually get to, so, like, whatever.
By the way, earlier I was saying how maybe you see something important, and people don't believe you, and you start to question it. May herself is not aware that she saw what she saw. That's why she was like saying, "Do we have any books about ghosts, about nut jobs?" And she's like, "You're not going crazy. You're trying to keep it. You're not trying to lose it. You're trying to keep it. You're keeping it very close." So May herself must be feeling really, really weirded out.
I guess the two people to best talk about this, if Molly won't listen anyway, would be to Mom and to the pastor.
Pastor Karen? It's a possibility. Hey, Mom.
Mom seems like a good person to really talk about. Like, if you're super serious about this, and, like, May has no reason to not be super serious about a kidnapping.
I wonder if the headache that she's mentioning here has brought up the fact that she saw that thing. And whatever that was, and the kidnapping caused her to have some sort of mental break.
I'm tempted to say it was a person, or at least a person in Possum Springs, so it's probably an animal, but... I mean, as translucent as it appeared to be, ghosts can't pick up people. Unless it's a poltergeist, I guess.
Poltergeist? Yeah.
Yeah. But poltergeists are, like, restricted to rooms or something like that. Or to buildings.
Mom and May are apologizing to each other.
They can't just wander around. I'm talking about more important things.
Oh. About ghosts?
Alright, a heart-to-heart between mom and daughter. That isn't how we should communicate, telling each other, fuck off.
If you have something to say, say it to my face, goddammit! Oh, apparently they had this problem before.
Well, yeah, May does have a history of violence.
No, a history of not communicating with each other.
Well, yeah, it would be because of that violence. Well, she saw a kidnapping and she's not positive she saw it, so... I mean, this would be a perfect time to talk about it. Yeah, here they go.
Want to talk about it?
Yeah, exactly. You would be smart to take this opportunity. Still putting it together, you don't know what to put together. You know, I've been thinking about if I were in Mama's position, how would I handle this situation? If I wanted my daughter to talk to me about school. And I guess how I would handle it is I would want to know. I would like to know why she dropped out of school, especially when we put so much at stake on it. And I think I would phrase it as in, I'm going to ask you this question, and I'm going to give you like a month, or probably a little less than that, to think about your answer and to like rehearse what you're going to say, whatever. Just know that I'm thinking about it. Not on your ass about it, but I would like an answer eventually. Something like that.
So May's problem,
but I'm not a parent.
Putting the kid in the hospital is the incident that kind of screwed over the whole family.
Yeah, what I just said.
Yeah, exactly. No, but not going to school. Going to school is one thing. Putting a kid in the hospital is another. And what Mom is saying right now is actually really important for May, because she's telling May why the family is about to lose the house.
Something about taking advantage of your mortgage.
Well, because they went into debt trying to smooth over the fact that May put a kid in the hospital. And then the bank said, hey, we have a deal. And, well...
And she crunched the numbers 2 days ago and, they're losing money.
They owned a house and we owe them more than it's worth. That's just a horrifying thing to be in. Like, literally, you have not enough money to pay for your own house, even though you own it. What does that mean? It means we're not sure how long into the future we'll have the house.
And May is a huge jerk, but that's neither here nor there.
It's in the past.
May being a huge jerk is incidental to them losing the house.
Well, not exactly incidental when she is the one who caused it.
Actually, that's true. It's entirely your fault, May.
The chain of events started with you putting that kid in the hospital.
It's called the butterfly effect, except in this case, the butterfly was a fist in this kid's face.
We don't even know. She probably knifed him. So do you want to hear a mystery?
Of course I want to hear a mystery. What kind of stupid question is that?
Alright, there's a man lying dead in the kitchen. with a bullet wound in his hand.
Okay.
There's a man there with him.
Is the man also dead?
He's got some blood on his right hand,
Alright.
but no gun.
Well, then he disposed of it.
Last thing, the dead guy has a scar on the back of his head.
So, the man has a scar on the back of his head. He died from a bullet wound to the skull. And there's another man there with blood on his hand but no gun.
Makes you get
Is that
thinking
correct?
about murder. Yeah, that's right. There's a dead man with a bullet wound in his head. There's no gun in this scene. The other man next to him has a blood in his right hand, and the dead man has a scar on the back of his head.
The scar sounds incidental. I mean, I'm just kind of whipping that word around, but, do we have any idea that the scar means anything?
So we have an option here. What kind of scar does the dead guy have? Who's the other guy in the room? Or what else is in the room?
I guess to talk about the scar, if I'm like, I did just say that I'm interested in learning more about it.
I actually went with the other objects because if there is no gun, was there something else that you could have used as a murder weapon that could make a bullet hole?
A knife wouldn't cause a bullet wound. No knife wounds, though.
Yeah, no
Okay.
knife wounds.
I don't think we're supposed to be able to solve this. At least not
Well,
yet.
May has an answer.
All right.
I think I got it.
She put forks, or the killer put forks in the microwave, then turned it on.
The guy in the room is a surgeon.
Resistor. Oh, there you go.
He implanted a magnet in a dead guy's skull. That's why he has that scar.
I mean, the man being a surgeon, that makes perfect sense.
Then the suspect used a super magnet or something on the dead guy's forehead.
Should have just stopped at the surgeon.
Oh man. Which pulled the magnet out through the dude's head.
The man being a surgeon, I was thinking more about this as a murder mystery sort of thing. Like we're trying to figure out who the murderer was. But this is a riddle.
Well, it's an unsolvable murder. So there is no one possible solution. So May's solution is as creative as they go. Like the murder weapons are in the room. They're actually magnets.
Well, if it were just a riddle, then the answer it being a surgeon, then that makes perfect sense and that's great and everything. But if it's a murder mystery, then yeah, none of that makes sense.
Yeah, you guys could find out whose arm that is. Detective agency. Some kid got kidnapped. The only one who saw them is a street hoodlum.
I wonder who that person kidnapped.
Who that person? The kidnapped victim or the kidnapper?
No, the victim.
The victim was just some random dude, I guess. Maybe we'll find out soon. Maybe we'll see another missing poster go up.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
So we just investigated some crimes with Mom. Now there's a dead body on our notebook. Hooray!
Something about eels?
Well, the eels were from the very beginning, first time when she was reading Wellboy. And she was saying it's the kid who was raised by eels. So, we're reaching the end of this section. We witnessed a kidnapping. Fun times! Whatever that thing is.
Is this the very back of the book or the very front?
It's the very back of the book.
Okay.
Well, I guess we'll save that for next time. Cheers, everybody. We'll be catching you later.